Now we're all live. Yay! Hello, everyone. Cindy here. Excited to dive into this topic today as we talk about, is he a charmer or a narcissist? I get asked questions all the time, and many women that I talk to may have been involved in narcissistic relationships or emotionally abusive relationships without even fully being aware of it, because narcissism can be covert. There are different levels of narcissism, and there are different, what it can cause in men and women alike. It can cause an inability to trust others as well. So, if you've been out there dating, you've probably run across someone that is narcissistic, or, and you may have run across a charming personality as well. So I'm going to help you guys understand the difference. And many of you guys might be thinking, gosh, I attract emotionally unavailable men, or, I attract people in my life that seem to be more concerned about themselves and, not really concerned about me. And, why is that? Why is it that I attract that kind of person? Now, some of that is your way of being, the way you're showing up, and the other side of it too is that a narcissist can be very attracted to your type of personality, which may be more empathetic, more understanding, loving, giving, in effect. And many times, if you are in fact attracting that personality type, you may have grown up with a narcissistic parent. So there's it's about, I think I looked up this I researched this statistic. There's about 6.8% of the population that is narcissistic, and so that looks like about 1 out of every 20 people. And you might be going, every person that I'm dating is narcissistic. So we all can possess some narcissistic qualities, but I'm going to go into today, hopefully this is helpful for you to understand on a deeper level what that looks like, and the signs to look out for when an early dating with a narcissist versus a charming personality, somebody that is authentically trying to get to know you and show up around you and for you, and vice versa. Every budding dating relationship has a synergy of give and take of information, of who you are and where you've been in the past, and what your vision is in life moving forward. So I'm going to talk right now about 3 signs of a narcissist. The first one is when you first meet a narcissist, whether that's online, you meet them in person, and let me say this too. Many of you guys might be going, well, how can I tell on a first date if he's a narcissist? How can I tell, when I talk to him on the phone, if he's a narcissist? It may be very difficult, really, frankly. So you may need to invest, first, second, third date. And the thing around that is not to get yourself too emotionally attached to the person right away. Narcissistic people are pretty good at drawing you in. So the first quality of a narcissistic dater is they tend to, and I'm going to, because I work mostly with women, is I'm going to go, the tendency towards a narcissistic man is he will do something called love bombing. So he will give you lots of compliments, tell you maybe how beautiful you are all the time, and how amazing you seem, there's nobody like you, and all of these really great things. And then inadvertently, through the love bombing, and this can happen very early on, this can happen first, second date, is they will inadvertently insult you or say something that's passive aggressive that can make you question them or even what you're doing. Like, let me give you an example. So he might be like, oh, you're so beautiful. So, you are just so sweet. There's, you just have such a great energy about you. It's just, you're so driven, whatever. Like these compliments. So they say all these nice things, and then he might say, yeah, and so maybe he wanted to get together with you and you weren't available, and he might say, oh yeah, that other guy must be more important than me, or wow, I see how you are, you just leave me at the first, at the first whatever. So they'll say something subtly, or I bet you were high maintenance with your ex, or they'll just say something that may actually feed into a vulnerability. Because secondly, they like to find out information about you. They want for you to open up quickly to them, to share information with them, so that inadvertently they will turn it around on you or use it against you later on. So it's the whole philosophy of kicking you while you're down. But they're really intuitive, and they can find out just enough to know that, wow, she's setting a boundary, she has plans tonight, whatever it is. And he might try to push that and feed into a guilt and make you feel bad. And then you may be thinking, oh, this guy isn't for me. I'm not interested in somebody that's going to be critical or, make passive aggressive comments. Then he'll come back around and love bomb you again. Oh, you're so amazing. I can't wait to see you on Friday night. I've got this surprise for you, blah, 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 blah. So they tend to be grandiose in their ways of being and their approach. That can be extreme. So the second thing about a narcissist is they tend to talk a lot, and they tend to talk a lot about themselves without asking you a whole lot. Now that might seem contradictory as to what I just said. They want to get information from you, and they do. They will, they will share things about themselves in an attempt to get information from you. And frankly, they, the more difficult thing about a narcissist, and what I would love to hear is, if you've been exposed to a narcissist, if you have anybody in your life that is a narcissist, give me a thumbs up if you have. So these are at best challenging personalities to handle. So they will talk a lot about themselves. They don't actually really care about you. So let me let me say that on a deep level. This is not personal. This is a, you know, when a narcissist is more extreme, and then there are covert narcissists, there are different types of narcissistic personality disorders on the scale. So it's a really important to be informed about this, not going into things from a paranoid perspective. You know, a charming guy could, you know,